Hello everybody, I hope you're keeping well. We were hoping to have a live online chat with everyone this week, but the schedules are so full at the moment that we just couldn't find a time when everybody was available. So it's back to the early COVID mode of communication, the dreaded pre-recorded message, or dreaded for me anyway. Can you believe it's been over 2 years since that first recorded message went out? So much has changed since then. And that is one of the reasons for this communication, to give you a quick overview of where Optimum is at and what we think lies ahead. Just to recap, when COVID first hit us, we anticipated we'd have to work through 3 phases. The first phase was survival, to do whatever we needed to do to get through the COVID pandemic. The second phase was recovery, to gather our strength after what we knew was going to be a really tough fight. And the third phase was to thrive, to get back to making good, sustainable profits like we had in the years prior to COVID. I think it's pretty clear that we are through the survival stage, although it did last a lot longer than we thought it would. For those of you who weren't with us then, we survived because of incredible contributions and sacrifices from employees, as well as the support of our customers and our suppliers, and last but not least, our friends at Nedbank. We are still busy paying off debts incurred during COVID, but revenue and profits are much improved, so we are definitely now in the recovery phase. All the companies in the group, Optimum Learning, Optimum Engineering, the Procurement and Logistics Academy, and Learning Cubed, are having very good years so far, and all are reporting exciting developments that bode well for their businesses as well as for the Optimum Group as a whole. I'm sure that winning the NGen tender is pretty high on everyone's list of exciting developments, and that warrants a celebration in its own right. The surge of work that has come our way recently suggests that the recovery phase could be a lot shorter than we thought, which is great news, but it also comes with significant risk. Our business is built on excellent customer service and quality products that are delivered professionally. We have a hard-earned reputation for being responsive, accurate, likable, reliable, knowledgeable, creative, and for being able to solve our customers' problems. One of the biggest current risks to Optimum is that because of the amount of work that's come in recently, we drop some of these standards, and that damages our reputation with our customers, many of whom have very large accounts with us, and losing just one of those accounts would be catastrophic for our business. So we have to be very careful about balancing the business that is coming in with our ability to deliver to the required standard. This capacity relates primarily to human resources in our business, and a detailed analysis is underway at the moment to work out what people are needed in each of the Optimum teams to handle the work that has already come in or is going to come in. We're also looking at systems and processes both within and between Optimum companies to ensure that we maximize economies of scale and minimize confusion or frustration amongst our customers and our employees. We also need to ensure that best practice is replicated across the group and that we minimize all forms of waste. The NGen project, as exciting as it is, will require the same kind of approach. And I'd just like to reiterate that the Optimum Learning delivery team will not be expected to take on the delivery of this very large project. It's also a good opportunity to talk to you about higher education. We have been analyzing the risks and costs and benefits of continuing with our higher education division. We're extremely proud of our ability to create and run high quality programs. But unfortunately, this is a relatively small component of operating in the higher education sector. Vast sums of money are required to fund libraries and full-time academics, to meet the requirements of the regulatory authorities, and even then, institutions can often find themselves on the wrong side of a subjective decision and risk losing their accreditation. For this reason, we've decided that we're going to make a graceful exit from being a higher education provider and would rather partner with a bigger higher education provider that already has the infrastructure in place and that will allow us to focus on doing what we are really good at. It's a decision that was arrived at with much sadness, especially for those who have worked so hard to make it a reality. I need to mention Renee in particular here, for whom this has been a labour of love since the very beginning. As sad as it is, we believe the decision is in the best interests of Optimum as a whole. So in summary, things are looking very positive for the Optimum Group at the moment. And if we can take advantage of the opportunities that are coming our way and reduce the risks, we could be in for a few very exciting years. I read somewhere recently that Elon Musk measures everything that he does or plans to do in relation to how it affects his planned date to travel to Mars. He works out how many days it adds or reduces from his launch date. The Optimum Group has far more modest goals, but you have to admire Elon Musk's focus, and we've got a hugely important role to play in skills development in our zone and in our country. We've got this far because of the caliber of people we have in the business, and even though we are not off to Mars, we sincerely hope that you will join us on what promises to be a very exciting and rewarding journey. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to chat to your managers for more information. Thank you very much for your time, and have a wonderful week further. Thanks.